On December 4th, 1991, the world watched as Pan Am, once the largest international airline, ceased operations. This moment marked the end of an illustrious chapter in aviation history, a story that began on October 28, 1927, when American World Airways, commonly known as Pan Am, was founded. Under the visionary leadership of Juan Trippe, a Yale graduate with a passion for aviation, Pan Am revolutionized air travel, transforming it from a daring venture into a global enterprise. Pan Am's journey began with a modest mail service between Key West, Florida, and Havana, Cuba. This initial route was the seed from which an aviation giant would grow. Trippe, with his relentless ambition and foresight, saw beyond the limitations of the time. He envisioned a world where air travel was accessible and glamorous, a vision that would lead Pan Am to dominate the skies for decades. The airline's first flight on October 19, 1927, was a short 90-mile hop, but it set in motion a series of innovations that would forever change the industry. Trippe's pioneering efforts in aviation were groundbreaking. He introduced flying boats, which allowed Pan Am to expand routes across oceans, reaching far into South America and later to Asia and Europe. These majestic aircraft, such as the Sikorsky S-42 and the Boeing 314 Clipper, became symbols of luxury and adventure. Passengers aboard these flying boats enjoyed elegant dining services and plush seating, a stark contrast to the cramped conditions of most contemporary aircraft. The introduction of the jet age with the Boeing 707 in 1958 marked another milestone. Pan Am was the first airline to offer regular jet service across the Atlantic, cutting travel time significantly and making international travel accessible to millions. This leap into the jet age was not without risk, but Trippe's bold decision paid off handsomely, cementing Pan Am's reputation as a leader in aviation innovation. By the mid-20th century, Pan Am was synonymous with luxury and international travel, connecting 5 continents and establishing the first computerized reservation system, known as the Panamac. The golden era of Pan Am was characterized by opulence and a pioneering spirit. The airline's iconic blue globe logo became a beacon for travelers worldwide, promising safety, reliability, and prestige. Flight attendants, known for their elegance and professionalism, wore uniforms designed by high-end fashion designers, further enhancing Pan Am's image as the epitome of sophistication in the skies. The airline was not just a mode of transportation. It was an experience, a gateway to the world for those who could afford it. However, the skies were not always clear for Pan Am. The 1970s ushered in a decade of turbulence. Smaller budget airlines emerged, offering competitive prices and eroding Pan Am's market share. The 1973 oil crisis sent fuel prices soaring, adding to the financial strain. The once profitable transatlantic routes became fiercely competitive, and Pan Am struggled to maintain its dominance. The airline's vast and costly infrastructure, once an asset, now became a burden. The most devastating blow came on December 21, 1988, when Pan Am Flight 103, a Boeing 747, was destroyed by a terrorist bombing over Lockerbie, Scotland. The tragic event claimed 270 lives, including 11 residents of Lockerbie, and shattered public confidence in the airline. The Lockerbie bombing was a turning point, not only for Pan Am, but for the entire aviation industry, highlighting vulnerabilities and leading to sweeping changes in airline security protocols. Despite attempts to navigate these challenges, Pan Am's financial turbulence worsened. The Gulf crisis of 1990-1991 exacerbated rising operational costs as fuel prices once again surged. The airline, already struggling with debt, found itself unable to compete with more agile and financially sound carriers. Efforts at restructuring under CEO Richard A. McCaffrey, who took the helm in 1988, proved futile. McCaffrey implemented cost-cutting measures and sold off valuable assets, including the airline's iconic New York City terminal at John F. Kennedy International Airport, but it was not enough to stem the tide of losses. As Pan Am approached its final days, there was a palpable sense of nostalgia and loss. Employees, many of whom had dedicated their lives to the airline, faced an uncertain future. Customers, who had once considered Pan Am a trusted companion on their journeys, watched with sadness as the airline that had brought the world closer together unraveled. The closure of Pan Am marked the end of an era, leaving a legacy intertwined with triumph and tragedy. The story of Pan Am is a cautionary tale of innovation, overshadowed by corporate hubris and external pressures. It serves as a vivid example of how market dynamics can change the course of history. Pan Am's rise and fall illustrate the volatile nature of the aviation industry, where technological advancements, economic shifts, and geopolitical events can dramatically alter fortunes. In the aftermath of Pan Am's collapse, the aviation landscape changed irrevocably. The void left by Pan Am was quickly filled by other airlines, eager to capitalize on the routes and opportunities left behind. The airline's pioneering spirit, however, continued to inspire future generations of aviators and entrepreneurs. The innovations introduced by Pan Am, from transoceanic flights to computerized reservations, set the stage for modern air travel. Today, the legacy of Pan Am lives on in the memories of those who worked for and flew with the airline. Its story is preserved in museums and documentaries, a testament to the indelible impact it had on the world. Pan Am may have vanished from the skies, but its influence continues to be felt, a reminder of the power of vision, innovation, and the relentless pursuit of excellence in the face of adversity.